I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today we're talking with John Robinson with Signature Kitchens and Baths. How you doing, John?
Fine, Tim. Thank you. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. You've invited us into this beautiful south of Broad historic home downtown Charleston, and that Signature Kitchens and Baths has done a large kitchen remodel. And but before we get into that, just tell our listeners, viewers, and readers a brief description of Signature Kitchens and Baths.
Signature Kitchens and Baths is a 35-year-old local company that specializes in kitchen and bath renovations, cabinetry, countertops, and appliances. On this particular project, we were the general contractor and designer, and we carried this project from inception to completion. We relish working in a property like this, a historic home. This home was built in the 1790s by a cooper of barrels who built barrels for the thriving rice business in South Carolina for his eldest son. He built several homes in this area. One of the things that we wanted to do was to be true to the moldings and architecture of this house. The kitchen had been redone 20 or 30 years ago, and some of the moldings had been destroyed during that renovation, and this window had been closed up. We built a new window in the same place. The shutters had been closed from the outside and just left closed, like a window was there, but no window was there. So we restored that window. We restored all these beautiful casings, baseboards. We did structural work to make sure that this was going to hold up the house when we were through with it. And then we created this kitchen.
Good deal. Well, that a lot of what you've just described really goes beyond what the average cabinet company or kitchen and bath company is typically capable of doing, and the fact that Signature Kitchens and Baths has a general contractor's license, that allows you folks to really do a turnkey project where you folks are keeping your eye on all of the details throughout all of the construction.
Yes, that's correct. Jim McLean, the owner of our business, is a licensed general contractor. He started in this business more than 40 years ago, and he is one of the best structural men that I know anywhere. He is the force that gets these jobs done, and he does them right. He only knows how to do these projects the right way and on time.
Now, Signature Kitchens and Baths, you folks are very well known for selling cabinetry to people, helping them with their countertop needs, and then there's your sister company, Signature Appliance, so you can help homeowners with high-end appliances and things like that. But this project really went well beyond just that scope, and involved quite a few different trades that fell under the Signature Kitchens and Baths umbrella. What trades were involved with a project like this?
Every single trade that has to do anything with construction practically was involved in this project. We have a fantastic team of electricians. We actually hold our own electrical license as well. We have a plumber who works for us every day. We have painters, drywall people, floor people, lighting, cabinetry, countertops, the whole gamut. Tile work, that's correct. And we have a good team. We do jobs on time because our guys work together every day. They know how we work. Jim McLean likes to say we may have the painter standing on the plumber's back, but we're going to finish your project on time.
Good deal. Okay, well, let's start our tour of this amazing kitchen renovation, and why don't we start with this what would you call this? It reminds me of an armoire.
That's exactly what I call it. I call it a refrigerator armoire. The owner of the home likes more refined antiques and furniture. So one of the things that we thought about was what could they, and should they have done in 1790 if they'd had a refrigerator? They might have called it an ice box at the time, but it might have been a piece of furniture that had details that they could have accomplished. So we studied we looked and did some research on different pieces of furniture that were built in Charleston at the time, and then we took some of those details and we included them in this piece of furniture. It's the refrigeration.
Go ahead and open that up for our listeners, viewers, and readers so they can, wow. And so we've got a full-size freezer and a full-size refrigerator.
Yes, and it looks like it's a freestanding armoire. And it's actually proportioned to the scale of an armoire. They were actually armoires that could have been made this big for ceilings this high, and that's how we accomplished this great look, period appropriate look for this kitchen. We didn't want to see a big stainless refrigerator, in this kitchen.
Right, yeah, and having a full-size freezer that a lot of people have like a small freezer, or in the garage or something like that, and having a full-size freezer right there eliminates that.
That's correct.
And what's the brand on the refrigerator freezer?
Well, this is one of our 95 lines of appliances that we carry at Signature Appliance, our sister company. These are Thermador appliances. This is the Thermador tower system, which is designed specifically to be completely concealed, where you don't see hinges, where it does not look like it's a refrigerator. It's called an integrated look. The other appliances are also Thermador in this kitchen, including the 36-inch all-gas range, the mechanism, the internal parts of the hood. This hood is supposed to simulate a chimney. It's supposed to look like a masonry structure with an exterior stucco finish. It's actually wood. We made it of wood and made it look like masonry. But the insides of this hood, the lights, the motors, the fans, the baffle filters are all Thermador.
Gotcha. Okay. And then we've got this beautiful island right in front of us. Tell us about that.
Well, thank you for asking. This kitchen is a design concept that we like to champion at Signature. This is a two-zone kitchen. We're in the food preparation area. The cleanup area is across the room in another place. There's another source of water. This is the vegetable sink. It's big enough to put a pot down in it and wash that pot out. So in this great little work area, we have food pantry, we have the cooking surfaces, we have our source of water and a disposal, and we have the refrigeration all here in this little area. Things that set a table, the dishes and glasses and the flatware, they live on the other side of the room that we'll see in a moment.
Good deal. Well, let's talk about the pantry, because folks probably wouldn't be able to tell that this other smaller armoire looking piece looks like just a regular piece of furniture, and what you're about to demonstrate is this is actually the pantry for this kitchen.
Yeah, that's correct. This piece of furniture actually simulates an antique break front piece of furniture that you could have found built in local cabinet maker shops in the 1790s all up and down the East Coast, even here in Charleston. We needed a place for pantry. We needed a place for the cereal boxes and for all those types of food storage things that you need in a kitchen, but we didn't want it to look like that. So we made this piece of furniture. We made it with mirror doors rather than glass doors, because you sure don't want to see all those boxes and misshaped things behind this. So these mirror doors simulate glass that would be in a break front. This Gothic design for the mullions of those doors is appropriate for Charleston, because we do call it the Holy City. That's a design you see in a lot of churches that made its way into homes.
Let's have our videographer kind of move over here so we can get a clear view of you demonstrating this unique pantry.
Well, thank you, Tim. If you can see, you open it up, the pretty piece of furniture goes away, and we have the storage for all the things that it takes that you need in a kitchen to prepare food with.
All the functionality that is required in a pantry.
That's right, as well as these bases, these drawers pull out all together, and they're accessible from each side for more pantry storage. So these two stacks of drawers are actually two pantry pull-outs. Very modern conveniences, but we hid them behind a traditional piece of furniture.
Very good. Very keeping to the age of the home. Well, good. Well, this is the first zone that you were mentioning, the food preparation zone here, and we're going to go over here to the second zone of this kitchen and have you tell us about that.
Great.
Okay, John. You had mentioned that storage was very important to the family here, and you were limited because of all these windows here in the kitchen. Tell us about this bank of cabinets.
Tim, there was a wall here that we took out in order to create a place for these two ovens, which are microwave, convection, normal ovens as well, and to add some pantry space and some storage for trays, cookie sheets, all those sorts of things. So we had to put a piece of steel from this old masonry wall, recess it in the ceiling, take it over to that old masonry wall, and accomplish it with a good engineer's stamp.
So the wall was load bearing that you took out, and then you put a steel header in the ceiling, totally concealed. No one even knows it's there, and that makes everything structurally work in here.
Exactly. We wanted this to look like one room without some big beam coming across. So we recessed a piece of steel into the ceiling. Yes.
It's nice. It opened up the entire kitchen space and gives a nice open feel, airy feel to the whole kitchen.
Yes, and it looks like it was meant to be that way from the beginning, which is always our goal.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And then you got all this great storage here for the homeowners.
Yes. Great place for trays, cookie sheets, that sort of thing. We've got double ovens here in this place. We have great drawer storage down here for cookware. And we have more food pantry as well as a broom closet that goes here.
Obviously very important in a kitchen for cleanup?
Yes.
Terrific. Okay, John, we're on the other side of the kitchen and the second zone of the kitchen. And what do you call this zone of the kitchen?
Well, this is simply the cleanup zone.
Okay.
This is where things that set a table are cleaned up and stored. Like a restaurant kitchen, these things don't migrate over to the food preparation area. They stay in another place. And so it's simply what it is.
Now I got a question for you. I have not been able to spot a dishwasher yet in the kitchen. Where's the dishwasher? Do they not have one? Trying to keep to the 1790s.
No, they wanted a dishwasher. This stack of drawers here is not a stack of drawers. It is actually the dishwasher.
That's impressive.
Yes, we think it looks pretty good.
And so, obviously the homeowners wanted to hide the appliances. They didn't want a whole bunch of stainless steel to be coming through in this kitchen.
That's right. We wanted it to look period appropriate. We know that a cabinet maker could have made a stack of drawers in 1790, but not a dishwasher.
Right. Speaking of period appropriate, these floors. The first thing I thought when I came in here and looked at the floors were that these must be original floors, but Signature Kitchens and Baths actually took care of and replaced all of the flooring. Tell us about that.
Yes, this floor is not the original flooring. We find that on sidewalks and in homes, south of Broad, in this area, you often see a black and white checkerboard marble floor. These floors are black marble and Carrara white marble. The Carrara white marble comes from the same quarries today that some of the floors came from in the 1700s in Charleston. So we use the exact same quarry to get this material.
Yeah, and the veining in the black marble checkerboard, it kind of resembles cracks that might have occurred over the hundreds of years. So it's very impressive.
Thank you very much. The countertops also are marble countertops from Italy that repeat this floor, as well as the backsplashes.
And it's kind of unusual for homeowners to choose marble in the kitchen, right?
Yes, it is. We have to tell people you should not use marble for your kitchen countertops. However, I used them for my own kitchen, and I've used marble for probably 5 kitchens this year in the Charleston area. Marble's not a sponge, but all fabricators and all kitchen people will say that it can stain. Sealers are better than they once were, but as soon as I tell people you can't use it, they want to find out all the places they can put it in their kitchen. It's beautiful. It's hard. It's impossible to replicate it without using the real thing. And this kitchen's been in service for 6 months, and you can see these countertops look great, and they use this kitchen all the time.
Sure. And as far as the cabinetry goes, what brand of cabinetry did you use here?
All these cabinets, the armoires, the furniture island, the break front, the white cabinets are all wood mode custom cabinets made in Pennsylvania. One of the finest custom cabinet makers in the country. We are proud to be affiliated with wood mode cabinetry.
Yeah, very well known name. And do they have all the modern conveniences, the soft close drawers and what have you?
Oh, of course. This silver drawer here, I can demonstrate that. Great features.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone could get a new kitchen today without the soft close drawers.
That's right. They've become an industry standard, the soft close drawers have. But in addition to that, the fit and feel of wood mode cabinetry is unlike any other. You can open and close these doors and drawers, and they just feel different. They feel like they were constructed better because they were. The fit is better. The finish is a lifetime warranty. Everything about the cabinets is warranted for life. So it's just a fantastic product that we're so glad to be a part of.
Tell us about this tower here. The towers are becoming pretty popular, aren't they?
Yes, this one's a simple reason that we did this one this way. It's the only place in this room that there is a wall cabinet, really, in this area. So we wanted to maximize that storage. We have plenty of countertop, but we needed a good place for glasses and plates and dishes and for countertop appliances. And this tower serves as both. Countertop appliances. We have the coffee maker and we have the toaster in here, countertop level. Those things stay plugged in outlets that we provided in the back of this cabinet. You pull them out, you use them, you push them back in. And then, yes.
It really declutters the space and gives that nice clean look on the countertops too.
Yes, it does.
Good deal. Okay, well, we're going to move to another part of the room over here. We've got the main sink I see next to the dishwasher, and then we've got like a butler's pantry over here.
That's right. This is a little wet bar. This actually is hot. This little sink over here has hot and cold filtered water, instant hot and cold filtered water for its sink. Cleanup's done other places. This is not a cleanup sink. It's a place to get water for tea and other things.
Very nice. Okay. And then when we were going through the pre-interview, John, you mentioned that that the entire kitchen renovation kind of started from this doorway and encompassed the entire kitchen. And what's kind of unique about this door that Signature Kitchens and Baths was responsible for?
Well, that's correct. We started here at this door. What's unique about this door is that it's a Dutch door. Now, this was not the original door to the house, but the owners needed a way. In these old houses, often there are problems with ventilation, HVAC is impossible. It was always retrofitted. And this door stays closed all the time because the dogs stay in here. The kitchen is where the dogs live in the house when they're inside. And because this door always had to stay closed, there was no airflow the kitchen, the registers here did not return back to the return air. So we created this Dutch door so that the bottom could be closed. Keep the dogs controlled. And then the top could stay open to let airflow return, and you get the nice visual effect. Your line of sight is from across the room all the way through the dining room.
That's great.
We also made sure that we exactly duplicated the moldings, trim, details on the original doors built in 1790 for this house.
Terrific. Okay. Okay, John, this is an amazing kitchen here, and is there anything else you want to add about this kitchen?
Well, we really enjoy doing these type of renovations. We feel like we're really in our element when we take a room back to the bones, to the bare walls, to the studs, and start with electrical, plumbing, insulation, great design, and But what I really love about it is when we finish, seeing the homeowners' faces when they see the finished product for the first time. They really, that's one of the things that we love the most. I love smiling faces, and we live really for that.
How long did this project take?
This project took about 5 weeks to get the water running, the oven working, and all those things. This was a pretty major renovation to take that long. Now, there were another several weeks after that where we were doing touch-up paint and things like that, but we believe in getting somebody's kitchen going as fast as we can. Normally that takes about 3 weeks. Obviously, this is more than a 3-week project.
Yeah, for sure. Well, tell everyone how they can get in touch with Signature Kitchens and Baths.
Well, our phone number is 843-571-5720. We're located on 1926 Savannah Highway in West Ashley. And our appliance showroom is 1826 Belgrade, a few blocks away from there. Our website is Signature Kitchens, kitchens is with a plural, .net.
Good deal. Okay. Well, we have been talking with John Robinson with Signature Kitchens and Baths in an amazing kitchen renovation in a historic home south of Broad in downtown Charleston. Thanks so much, John.
Thank you, Tim.